Okay, so good morning. So it took a little bit longer for me to get online. So I was kind of like worried. Okay, but here we go. It's meditation time. And as you can see, we have our wall and our altar decorated. So actually, this is for the celebration of our Chinese New Year. Okay, so Verbal Lugong, my other monastics, uh, got a very well decorated, right? So we got bell, light, and I hope that I can light the light for you. So I will be lighting this. So this is an LED light. So will light the light for everyone. Okay, excuse me. Okay, so now we are going to start our meditation. It's 10 o'clock, and we know that it snows a lot in previous 2 days. So I hope that everyone will keep warm because the temperature will be getting low in these 2 days, right? Okay, on Friday and Saturday. So, uh, but it's kind of near from the house to the temple, so I just walked to the temple and shuffle a little bit snow from the entrance, from the doorway. So that's an exercise. Okay, so we are going to start with our meditation. So walking first, right? Okay, so walking should not just be walking, right? Walking meditation, right? So be mindful on your breathing or be mindful on your footsteps that you're taking. Okay, so now let us start. So let us walk mindfully. You may stay where you are and be mindful on your breathing. Okay, so let us turn to the Buddha, and we are going to start the meditation by respecting the Buddha. Using three bows. Okay, so please be seated. We are going to start with our seated meditation. So get a comfortable, balanced, and stable seating posture. Oops. So you might hear the sound of the AC. The wind is blowing. The machine's running, right? And so it seems that every time that I turn on the live streaming, the AC runs. Okay, so if you feel that you need a towel to, keep warm on either upper part of your body or lower part, like what I'm doing right now, so you may do so. Get a towel, a big towel. So any towel will do. And if you would like to cover your shoulder with maybe a light towel or a light jacket, that you may do so too. So the only thing to be noted is that just don't wear something loose. Okay, so you won't feel that you will be, kind of like tight. It got tightened, and if it doesn't feel comfortable at all during the sitting meditation, so see straight through your spine, shoulder relaxed, chin pressed down a little bit, eyes closed, or you may keep it half opened. Take three deep breaths. Fresh air in and breathe out all of your stress. After taking 3 deep breaths, then let us relax ourselves from head to toe. So relax your scalp, forehead, and eyebrows. Relax your eyes and nose. Relax your cheeks and lips. Relax your ears and down to your neck and shoulders. Relax your arms and all the way down to your fingertips. Relax your chest and abdomen. Relax your back and your lower back. Relax your legs and all the way down to your toes. So now we are going to do relaxation one more time. And this time we're going to do it from outside in. So relax your hairs and skin. Relax your muscles, your nerves, and your blood vessels. Relax your bones and joints. Relax your inner organs and your brain. So now we have relaxed ourselves from head to toe and outside in. So right now it is the best time for us to do the meditative concentration. So what we are doing and using for the meditation is called mindful breathing. So just be mindful on your breaths. So each breath that you take in and out, you should be mindful. When breathe in, be mindful on how deep the air can reach you, and breathe out. You can check on how long or how short your breath is. So every sitting is different. So we have to refresh all the aspects on every sitting. So if you think or you feel that your mind wanders around so much in this sitting, then you can try the breath counting techniques. So let us try this meditation. So let us be mindful. take 3 deep breaths and fresh air in and breathe out all of your stress. And then open your eyes. And now we may do the transitional warm down exercise by swaying our body. Okay, then rub your hands till it gets warm and cover your eyes with your palms and roll your eyes clockwise, counterclockwise. And rub your face gently. And massage your ears. So when we are doing this massaging things, then you can try to do the, so-called sensory awareness. So that means that when you're touching your ears, you can feel maybe your ears cold or hot, right? And when you're combing your head with your fingers, then you can feel the press. Then we can get down to our neck and shoulders. And then down to our arms. And then wrists. And rub again. Put your hands onto your lower back and then rub it. And you can release your legs and massage your legs. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to do a very important part of our meditation called the Dahmer Talk. Okay, so oops, I'm going to still put the microphone closer, or I get closer to the mic. Okay, sorry. I know that it makes a lot of noise. Okay. Okay, so now, since we have gone through the life of the sixth patriarch, Master Hui Neng, and I believe this is very important for us to understand the Zen tradition. Zen and Chan tradition, actually they are the same as you would if you go deeper, if you have more knowledge on the language of Japanese and Chinese. So they refer to the same character like that. Okay. I, so and the pronunciation is just the pronunciation were different. Right? So one is Japanese, Zen, Chinese for Chan. Okay? So actually they refer the same character. They refer the same concept, which is called meditation, or in Pali it's called samadhi. Okay, so that or yeah, or sorry, it's not samadhi, but it's jhana. Excuse me. But which refers to meditation or meditation concentration in Chinese. So they are the same word, but different pronunciation in different languages, which, from one is from Japanese and another one is from Chinese. Okay, so we have this special tradition that is, unique to Chinese Buddhism. So it is really, really very, very different from, other than like Theravada or Tibetan. Okay? So one of the, unique tradition is the Zen or the Chan tradition. Another one is the Pure Land. Okay. But of course, there are other, other traditions, but or schools, but it was, kind of like more like a philosophical things. You have to, use your mind, your logic a lot. Right? So that is not really, well familiar or, like popular than Zen school and Pure Land school. Right? Because Pure Land and Zen you can practice everywhere and in every ages. Okay, so since we have learned about the life of Hui Neng, so now we are going to go through some of the main concept of course, in Buddhism as well as in Chan school, okay, or Zen school. Okay, so where am I? Okay, it should be 67. Page 67. Oh, okay. Okay, so one of the main, I think the main concept or the main, the unique characteristic that we can find in Buddhism or most of the Eastern philosophy is non-duality. Okay, so I think this one, the duality, can be, kind of like thought or like it was our basic instinct to separate things, right? Okay, to analyze things. Okay, so if we said non-duality, that means that there is no separation things things seems as, as oneness, as a whole, right? So there is no dirty or cleanliness. There's no bad or good, tall or short, right? Because they are all relatively. Okay, so because we have we compares, so we have this kind of separation, like tall and short. How do you know the tall is tall, right? Right? Or short is short, right? I'm shorter than you, right? Okay, so that is always being compared. You are always, kind of like comparing two, then you get, you can tell which is which, or which is shorter, which is much more prettier, right? Okay, so that is, we can know that all of the duality, like, separating, okay, are from analyzing, especially the comparing, okay, comparison, okay. So so when we are talking about something inside our mind or inside us, especially when we dig inside deeply, okay, like we are searching for what we call the Buddha nature or the nature, right? Then we have to know that some of the comparison are learned. Okay, when we are analyzing things are learned. These skills are learned. Okay, so not from, it is not from a basic instinct. So just as if we have recalled our childhood, okay, like I have just watched a YouTube video, okay, some baby, it's like 1 year old baby, they can just walk, right? But they are so curious about everything, right? And so there was a dad, you know, videotaping his baby. Baby girl was, kind of like hunting or exploring things in his house. Then suddenly the baby girl was kind of like being very focused on something, and she tries to grab onto that things, and she rushed back to her dad and showed what she got, right? Like, then when the dad saw what his baby girl got is the roaches, okay, like, like the, the bug that we consider pests, right? Okay, then the dad was so, kind of like, hey, that was so dirty, right? Put it down, like that. Okay, so but for the baby girl, it was just something moving, right? And it was there in the house, right? And I think that after this incident, okay, the baby girl has a conception that what she got is called roaches. Okay? The roach is considered dirty. Okay? Before that, before she caught it and showed it to her dad, she didn't know what was that, right? Okay, so there is neither a concept of the name of that bug, nor the concept of what it is considered by the human beings, right? Which we call it pests, right? Okay, so I think that this is learned, right? What we learned, of course, this is crucial because this it helps us to distinguish things help us to, kind of like make our life unharmed, right? Okay. But sometimes we go beyond on that. Right? We all go beyond from that. So what do I mean beyond? Right? So for example, right, if you see a pest, then you want to get a pesticide, right? Okay, right, right, or you want to call some company to clean your house, right? Okay, so if you see something we consider pest, right? But they are just they are also just trying to survive, just like what we do, right? Okay, we're trying to survive too, right? Okay, but we are just distinguishing things, right? Those considered bad to our existing or surviving or bad for our life, then we consider it bad. Or those who harm ourselves, right, harm the human beings, are considered bad. Okay, so there are fearful animals that were already distinct, right? Because I don't know, but it may be the tigers, or there are a lot of leopard, right? Okay, panther. Okay, they considered we have considered them maybe near distinct or already distinct, right? Okay. And this was because of our human activities, right? Okay, so there is of course there are nothing wrong with that, because it is about our survival, but right, we always go beyond. Okay, so like overdeveloped. Okay, so what the Eastern philosophy or Buddhism actually tries to take our kind of like focus on what we are right now. Okay, so are we go over, or are we already go beyond on that, right? Okay, it's like over exercising, uh you know and to damaging other species, right? Okay, so actually when I was kind of like I learned recycling, a concept of recycling, at the age of 14. And so since then I started to think about the existence of the human beings. Right? Okay, and I came to a conclusion that if a person I needed to to survive, right, we have to harm things, right? For example, right, the waste that we produce, right, right, actually may be harmful for something, right? It consider kind of like we always it always go under to the sewage, right? Okay, then we didn't see it, right? But actually if we are kind of like we dump it somewhere, it is some like if we dump it in dump a big amount of our waste that we produce, then that is considered pollution, right? So pollution might be harmful for something else, right? Right. So of course there are ecosystems, right? Okay, so ecosystem then can balance out things, right? So but as when we are when human develops, right, or during the human activities, right, then may be more harmful than more beneficial, right? Okay, so that is something that we should keep in mind. Okay, so if we are, of course, okay, if it is harmful, then like the things that we produce, the plastics, okay, might be harmful, right? Okay, without proper disposal, right? Okay, or without reuse it, right? Okay, so these things, okay, our survival skills, comparing, analyzing, okay, sometimes helps us, okay, but sometimes not. Okay, so the Eastern philosophy and the Buddhism actually pinpoint things, or our survival skills. It might be kind of like we may go cross line, or we may be go over it too much. We are kind of like, ooh, that is not good. Okay, so for example, like what we said, good and bad, right? Okay, uh we have some our definition on good and bad, right? Okay, bad, right? Like harmful or beneficial, right? So like pests, harmful, but they are doing their life too, right? Okay, so but this is something that we should keep in mind, that this definition is from the from the human side, right? But not from the animal side or from the ecosystem side, right? Okay. So if it is from ecosystem side, maybe we are the human beings are the pests, right? Okay, they are harmful, right? Okay, but I would like to say about purity and defilement. Okay? So that means that when we are talking about our spiritual persuasion, okay, we try to do the same analyzing, like, oh, this is bad for my spiritual growth. Oh, this is good for my spiritual growth, right? So for example, meditation, good for my spiritual growth. Okay, I should keep on doing it, which is good. Okay, but going pop or eating too much, or doing weed, right? Okay, uh, it's harmful, right? So to our spiritual practice, then we don't do that, which is good too, right? Right. But if we have separating that to kind of like, this is pure evil, so this is pure good, then we think that is too much also. Okay, so you might be confused. Okay, I didn't say that this is not good, like differentiating which is good or bad for the spiritual growth. Okay? But if we separate it too much, like we have to stay away from that, right? Okay, just like stay away from your bad friend, right? Then I think we might be blinded, okay? Because sometimes as we grow old, we know that things cannot be separated, like just saying that you are evil and you are good, right? Right. So there are a lot of gray areas, right? Gray area of a thing or a person or an incident, right? Right. So so of course, we have to do that, right? But don't do that too much. Okay, so what we have to do is that is okay, like for example, okay, there is a concept saying pure land, right? Pure land. So in Christianity or in other other religion, there are a concept of heaven, right? A perfect world, right? Okay. And there the people lives there are a good man. There's no evil there, right? Okay. And maybe God's there, right? Okay. God is there, right? Okay. So everyone wants to go there, right? Okay. If you are a very devoted or religious person, you might be you might want to go there. Yeah, which is true. This is something that we are looking forward to, right? Goodness, right? Purity, right? And purity without any bad, right? Any dirty, right? Okay, but like we have this concept about pure land too, okay? But the Buddha or like Mahayana Buddhism had pinpoint another kind of view, said that as your mind is purified, the Buddha land or the pure land is purified. Okay, right? Okay, so actually when you're looking, you think that a person is bad, then what it appears to you from of that person is always the bad. Nice. But if you think it's neutral, right? Okay, then maybe it appears the same person might appears to you as neutral. If you think that he is or she is a close friend of you, then he or she appears a close friend of you, right? So actually, it is just as what we have mentioned about the Master Huinen's, right? Saying that it's neither the banner nor the wind moving, but your mind's moving, right? Your mind, it is your mind moves, right? Right. So your mind actually play a crucial role of your world, that if you think that person or something, right, is bad, then that is bad for you. But that is not the same way to another person, right? Okay, so I have learned something like a man's trash, or the man's trash is the other man's treasure, right? Okay, so so that is something that we want to kind of like remind everyone that maybe we have to go back onto our very very pure like circumstances, and to look out and try to ask yourself, is this badness, right? Or is things that we consider bad, is this really pure evil, or it is just something that I analyze? Okay, so we can think about it. Okay, so there is some story about the Zen Masters. They were so funny. They were so funny because sometimes they were kind of like competing each other with nonsense things. Okay, so here is a story about two master, right? Two Zen master. One is Zhao Zhou. Right? He is very very famous, right, in Renji Zen. Right? And his disciple, which is also a Zen master, Wen Yan. Okay, so Zhao. Okay, so which is a teacher. Okay, so we'll just say teacher and the disciple. Okay, right? Okay, so the teacher and the disciple one day they were meditating in the meditation hall. Okay, then they wanted to settle a bet on because so this is the tradition. Right? So they are settling a bet on who's going to get the last biscuit, okay, for their tea time. Okay, tea time. Okay, so this is it's a special practice in Zen meditation or Zen hall. Okay. When we are having a retreat, okay, in the afternoon, we will have an afternoon tea break. Okay. But it is not just like, oh, yeah, like English tea, right? Okay. No, no, no. It's just like there will be, when we are meditating, there will be some biscuits or some little things, a little food or dim sum offer to everyone so that we can, kind of like not being hungry to meditate, right? So it's horrible to sleep when you are hungry, right? So it's also horrible when you meditate with a empty stomach. Okay, so during the retreat, usually there will be one round of food offering during and during afternoon, but this is during meditation too. Right? So when we are eating, we're meditating. Okay, so it is not just like English tea. Okay, ladies, right? Okay, so. Okay, so these two, the teacher and the disciple, were kind of like, arguing or wanting to get the last biscuit for their afternoon tea. And so they are trying to settle a bet. Right? So what they decided to do is they will be, kind of like, two of them should degrade themselves. That means that degrading themselves. Okay, so the one who degraded himself most will get the last biscuit. It's very very funny, right? Okay, who will degrade themselves, right? Okay, so the masters did, right? Okay, the Zen master did. So, okay, the teacher first, right? Because, the disciple say, hey, you are the teacher, you go first, right? Best chance is the one who goes first, right? So the teacher said, oh, yes, okay, I'm a donkey. Okay, so when you are, donkey in Chinese was kind of like describing a person who are very very stubborn. Okay, so like he's stubborn as donkey. Okay, so as stubborn as donkey. Okay, so when you are, if you are degrading yourself, you're kind of like you're saying things that is like animal, right? Okay, I'm a donkey. Okay. Then the disciple said, oh, then I'm the donkeys behind. Like, That will be, kind of like, oh, uh, okay, that was, much more degrading, right? Okay, so who want to get behind, right? Okay, or who wants to be the behind of someone else, right? Okay, so it's like you're like I'm the worst of the worst. Okay, right. Then the teacher continues saying that, oh, then I am the dawn inside. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so that was kind of like dirty, right? Okay. So if you are eating right now, so you can put your food away first. Okay, so because you know uh, with that picture and of stuff inside, and you won't take your food, right? Okay. There you lose your appetite. Okay, then so the disciple was kind of like, okay, the teacher has already, make himself as a dawn, then but he won't give up. Okay. And he came back saying, oh yes, then I am the maggot. I think this is maggot. It's a worm, right? The worm in the dawn. And the teacher said, "Oh, okay, I lost." And but the teacher was so curious. What is he curious about? Like he curious about saying that. So what are you doing in the dawn, right? If you are a maggot, and the disciple said, "Oh, I'm cooling myself from this summer heat, right? Or I'm warming up." Right? Okay, so maybe I think this, the story is in a hot summer day, right? But right now, if they are, if they have this story, or in this competition during the winter time, the disciple will say, I'm warming up myself in the dawn, right? Okay. then the, then the teacher was kind of like, okay, you can have the last biscuit. Okay, so that is the story. Okay, so and I think that two masters trying to say is that sometimes we are proud of ourselves, right? We get pride, right? Like, and if someone scold at us, or especially saying something very offensive, like for a Chinese, they will say "ching chong," right? Okay. Or putting I don't know what they're these consider offensive, right? Okay. So but right, taking trying to kind of like downgrading, or being humorous, and by saying ching chong, or by ourselves, right, was not really practiced, like, by the people, right? Like for example, if you for African America, you might feel that this is offensive, right? There are some words that is very offensive for Jewish, for there are different different group of people that they will believe that they will be very offensive. Some words are very offensive, right? But if you don't mind to use that, then actually you are breaking the language, right? The concept of the language. Right? Sometimes we might be, of course, this is socially we have to be polite, right? We have to respect to people, to others, right? But for ourselves, what if people scolding on us and saying so badly, or saying something that is very offensive or racist, right? What will you feel? What will you feel? Okay, right? Okay, so I would like to share with my, one of the story of the the abbot of Fo Guangshan. Right? So his name is Xin Bao. Right? So Xin Bao. So he was very, very interesting. Okay. So there was some. It happens in Chinese New Year too. Right? Before he became the abbot of Fo Guangshan, he has an experience of being an abbot of Shilai Temple in LA. Right. So and I was very fortunate to being his uh, you know uh, I am I'm I'm able to work with him. Okay, I'm very fortunate are able to to work with him. Right, so what am I talking about? Right, so then I am very fortunate to work with him while he was the abbot of Shilai Temple in LA. So he has he had an experience of being a traffic controller, okay, or the gatekeeper during the Chinese New Year. Right? So I think you can imagine how people flock into Chinese to Shilai Temple during Chinese New Year. It can be like 10 of thousands people a day, or so we have to. There is no parking. Parking is very hard. We usually has to rent a parking lot down on the from somewhere, right? Then we will use the shuttle bus to shuttle people up to the temple. So and we have to ask the like uh, the the tr- the the police to do the traffic controls. So how traffic is, how busy it is the traffic, right? So it acquires a lot of volunteers, and it acquires, so we have to do stuff, right, other than our duty. Like for example, we have to cleaning the environment, right? We have to there are job duties for cleaning the environment. There are job duties for like serving others, like, for food, right? There are job duties of doing the chanting, right? Job duties to the traffic controls, right? So before Venerable Abbot, yeah, Venerable Abbot Xingbao became the abbot of Shilai Temple. So he's not yet the abbot, but he's still working in the Shilai Temple. Okay. He 1 year of the Chinese New Year, he was able to be the traffic controller, right? So he was in charge in standing in front of the gate to control the cars going up and down, right? So those who can go up to the temple was the like for those who has the handicap signs, or those who has like the seniors with them. Okay, so they were doing the traffic controls, right? And the traffic was really busy, so you have to it was pure traffic jams. So when you are going up to the Shilai Temple, usually it takes you 30 minutes or more to go up, right? To reach the main gate. Okay, so but you will be luck. It's your luck if you are able to be patrol up, because there are cars exist going out, right? or they are vacant seats, right? It's just like when you're, going to the Fox Theater, right? Or you're going to see the you know, cardinal games, right? Okay, there are traffic jams, okay, right? Okay, then you're looking for the traffic, the parkings, right? Like, there are parking lots saying, yeah, there are still one, right? Okay, then when you're moving there, then it becomes zero. Then you have to go, look for another parking, right? Okay, so it's such a disappointment, right? Okay, so the abbot Ximbao was doing the traffic control, saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, there's no more parking up in the temple, so you have to use the detour to the extended parking lot, right? Okay. So if you were stuck there for 30 minutes and more, then you finally reached the gate of the Shilai temple and you were being told that, oh, I'm sorry, you can't. There's no parking for you to go up, right? Then you have to go back. Either to go back, use another 30 minutes, or you go to the extended parking lot, right? Then what you will feel, you get, kind of like, you get heat up, right? Fire up. Okay, so many people does that, right? We can't blame them because, it's normal. Normal people's reaction. So, but who would like to get scolded during the New Year time, right? Or during the festive time, right? Okay, so the one who stands in front of the parking lot or the main gate and saying, "I'm sorry," then that one takes the most blame from the drivers, right? Okay, so the volunteers won't take that duty. So Venerable Abbot Shinbao said, "Okay, me." Right, so he was doing that, and as he said that there was someone who were so angry. The driver was so angry, then started to talk very very badly to the abbot. Right. So the abbot was the monk, right? The monk should be, being respectful, right? Okay, so but that person was so angry. So no matter who you are, if you are the president, I will be, doing the same thing to you, right? Okay, so the abbot said when he hears the scolding, something that is really really bad, okay, and he was thinking to himself that say, maybe I should, listen carefully, right? So as careful as long as as careful when he listened carefully, suddenly he didn't take the word into his heart, right? Because when you take the word into your heart, you know that he is scolding, right? He is putting anger onto you, then you get angry too, right? But the abbot, when he listened carefully, he realized that, oh, that guy who's scolding seems like singing, like okay, so that is what he realized, right? Okay, so he was kind of like, whoa. I when he told the story to us, then I was kind of like, wow, this is how this requires a lot of practice to do, right? To disengage yourself, right? To not getting angry also, right? Because others getting angry to you, right? And talking so bad to you, right? So I think this is really really important, right, for us when we said that there is no bad or no good, right? When someone talking bad to you, is this bad or good? Think twice, right? Think about the abbot Xinbao, right? Maybe you can try to listen carefully too, right? Then it becomes singing too, okay, for you, okay? Then, I think that you won't get angry also, right? And even though we know that we don't want to take the gift, right? As the Buddha taught us, but sometimes we will get angry when people get angry and scold at us, right? But I think that we can learn from the Zen Master. We can learn from non-dualities. We can learn from not go too over or too beyond, kind of like comparing things, okay? Or what we said is we do too many analyses or analyzing work, or we became so calculative. Right? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, so we have to remind ourselves about non-duality, what perspectives that we stand, and we distinguish things, right? That comparing things is not bad, but don't go beyond that, right? Don't go too far. Okay, and so to pull ourselves back. Okay, so I think this is something that we can learn from it. And I know maybe you're about to do the sleighing or skiing on the snow. I hope, or you're still in your office because you have to, or you have to go to work, or you're at home, work from home. And anyway, I would like to, in this snowy day, I hope that everyone can be as pure as the snow look right now. Okay, so not dirty, sloshing snow, but right now it's pure. Okay, pure now. Okay, so thank you very much. And Carla, I think that you have leave a message, and I would like to read that. Okay, so uh, okay, so a happy New Year! Yes, happy Chinese New Year, and it is year of tiger right now, and it'll be good health and happiness. Yes, this is very important. And this year, my master said that. Be happy without fear, and be peaceful. Be coexist peacefully. Right, so this is some words from my master. Okay, so thank you very much. Then we are going to do the bowing to the Buddha. Okay, to thank and show our gratitude to all the good causes and conditions. Okay, so let us face the Buddha. Okay, so let us thank the Buddha and all the good causes and conditions that made this meditation possible. So thank you very much. I hope I can see you in the near future. Okay, so thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.